Hi guys, how's it going? It's Nate from NatesGayming. So today I'm going to be talking about the new Shining Pearl and Brilliant Diamond games, as well as some stuff from Pokemon Legends Arceus as well. Um, One thing I kind of did want to talk about at first, I was on Reddit, and I saw something about the gym leaders in relation to Pearl and Diamond as well as Platinum. So I know already for the new games, they have announced that the two first gym leaders are the same. So Rourke and Gardenia are the same, and then the two last gym leaders are the same. So Candace and Volkner. The one thing I found that someone pointed out on Reddit is that with Diamond and Pearl, it is Maylene, Crasherwake, Fatina, and Byron. And then in Pearl, it was Fatina, Maylene, Crasherwake, and then Byron as the sixth gym. So Byron's position hasn't changed, but Fatina, Maylene, and Crasherwake, the positions are a little different. Um, so I assume that they may go more of the Diamond Pearl route because that's kind of where these games are. I know they are incorporating some aspects from Pearl, but I don't think they're going to include the gym layout, I guess you could say, in this game because it is based on Diamond and Pearl. So I guess we'll find out eventually. I assume they'll hopefully tell us before the release of the game, but I mean, they may tell us right before. Um, they may not tell us. We may kind of be play through the game and find out. Normally, Pokemon isn't like that. Normally, Nintendo, when they make the games, they tell us most of the information before we actually get the games. Um, Another thing I did want to focus on, for those of you that have played the Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum games, you know that there are various trainers such as Riley, as well as Cheryl, that do join in the games. I believe, from what it says here on Bulbapedia, they're referred to as stat trainers, which isn't the official title for them, but they are various trainers that join you throughout the Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum games, um, that kind of help you out and navigate you through different areas. I believe with Cheryl, she has a Chansey, and you go through, frick, I forget what the place is called, but the forest where the old chateau is located, where you would eventually find Rotom in the old chateau. And then Riley, I believe you find him. Actually, it'll tell me. I'll look it up. So Riley, yes. So Riley, we are going to see in Stark Mountain. Um, I'm curious to see if they are, sorry, in Iron Island. We eventually see him in Stark Mountain, but we meet him originally in Iron Island, and then he gives you a Pokemon egg, because you know you always get a Pokemon, at least one Pokemon egg in every Pokemon game, which gives you a right Riolu, which eventually evolves into Lucario. So that's kind of where you would get Lucario to kind of start off in those games. So that's kind of something that I'm curious about. If they're going to incorporate, well, I assume they're going to incorporate all of those trainers. I'm just curious as to how, because I know some of them are um, sort of, I guess, side quests or side like after you've completed the whole story. So after you've gotten through the Hall of Fame and everything, I believe Marley, you don't really see her until after the main game, and she's kind of the one that introduces the Pokemon Shaman. So I assume we will see them in the games because those were parts of the games. It was an event that happened in the game. So I assume that's something that will go on as well. Something I did want to talk about. Another thing I found on Reddit, from Lord underscore bitter, is that apparently you are able to hide and resize the poketech, so it doesn't take up that much area on the screen. In my opinion, I don't really think that's a big area of the screen. I guess it depends on whether you're playing the Switch in docked mode or handheld mode. But I know personally I will be playing most of this game in the docked mode. Um, so I guess that little upper right corner for me won't be too much of a annoyance, I guess you could say. But I know for some people they are definitely going to hide it when they're not using it, because as many people know, You don't always need to use the poketech. It is a good little added um, part of the game, but it's not something you need to use 24/7 while playing the game. So you are able to hide it. I know I saw on Twitter, I wasn't able to find the tweet, but it said there are different layouts that you can set it up as. One of which was referred to as DS mode, or that's what they called it in the tweet. I'm not quite sure how that would look when it comes to the Switch. I would assume some sort of split screen kind of idea. Um, but I feel like that may just take up more room because with the DS versions of the game, you got the entire bottom screen as your Poketech, and you could switch it from there. So I assume that may get a little complicated when it comes to only playing the game on one screen. So that's another thing. I know personally, I will probably just, like I said, just keep it in the top right hand corner and then use it when I need it because a lot of the game is always focused on keeping the player in the middle. So if you're kind of not able to see something right away because it's being blocked by the Poketech, you can hide it or you can just kind of move over in the direction that you were kind of trying to see, and then you can go from there. As well, there are the platinum style outfits, so I guess you can call them winter outfits, because Lucas and Don are both wearing scarves, and it looks like Don is wearing a winter hat and a coat. Um, they are something you can get as a pre-order bonus or a early purchase bonus, as this says. One thing I did want to point out that I noticed on here, and I didn't notice in any of the other information when it came to the pre-order bonuses, um, is that it says it takes approximately 2 hours of playtime before you are able to access the mystery gift function. So that means we'll have to play through the game, or I guess approximately 2 hours. So you'll probably have to get to a certain point, which I guess basically means depending on how fast you go through the game, may take 2 hours, may take longer. I guess it depends. I think it's more based on actual um, location. Like once we get to a certain point in the game, then it will allow us to get there. I don't remember that being a thing, but it has been a while since I played the DS versions of this game. So I mean, we'll go from there. That's kind of upsetting for me. If that's the truth with all of the pre-order bonuses, I hope not, because I am getting the digital copies myself. So as a pre-order bonus, you get the 12 quick balls, because I am getting Shining Pearl. So if you get one or the other, you get 12 quick balls, and a Manaphy egg, and then regardless of what game or what version you buy, you will be getting these outfits as well. So I was kind of hoping on using those quick balls kind of at the beginning, because I know sometimes you can run into good Pokemon early on, and depending on how the leveling goes, it is always nice to have a quick ball so you can kind of speed through the first little bit, especially because it can be tedious going through. But I guess we'll wait and see on that one. So now we're gonna move over to Pokemon Legends Arceus gameplay. So one thing I found really cool, and I mean we've known this, other YouTubers have talked about this. I just kind of want to talk about it because I think it's really really cool. Um, when it comes to completing the Pokedex in the game, you won't just catch the Pokemon once. As you'll see here, it says number caught, number defeated with ground type moves. So obviously that will give us other topics or other information related to the Pokemon. If that completing all of these tasks will allow us a better chance to find the shiny Pokemon or just a better stat version of the Pokemon is yet to be determined. But I am interested to see what happens when you complete all of the tasks for these Pokedex entries. I do think it's a very interesting task because normally it's just a kind of scan and you're done kind of thing with the Pokedex. Another thing I did want to talk about is the clothing. So a lot of these we haven't seen or they haven't talked about when it comes to the Pokemon game and changing your outfits. A lot of them, in my impression, look really cool. I love this little, I guess you'd call it a winter outfit. She's got Ugg boots on and a cool winter hat. I think that's cool. It's probably related to getting to a certain point in the game, and then you're able to access that kind of clothes, much like Sword and Shield. You got the different outfits based on where you were. Like you got the kimono and everything when you went to the Isle of Armor, and then you kind of got the snowsuit kind of idea when you went to the Crown Tundra. So I assume that's kind of related. Some of these, obviously, it looks like it's not going to be related to your location, rather what an event with Pokemon, such as this one, kind of looking like a Krogunk. So there may be kind of a side quest kind of idea here. This kimono kind of thing gives me a water type vibe. So I'm assuming that's going to have something to do with water or something like that. It may be related to the final evolution of Oshawott, but I guess we'll kind of wait and see how that goes. Another thing I do want to talk about, so we have heard about the noble Pokemon, and then we've seen the Pokemon with glowing red eyes, which they are calling alphas. So this is kind of my opinion of this is based on this picture here where we see Hanacro, it says agile style. I'm assuming this may be something where we obviously it says we may get rare items from them. Those items may be some sort of TM or something that allow our Pokemon to learn agile or strong style. I'm not sure, or if agile and strong style is going to be something that is going to be accessed right away in the game. I assume not. I assume we're going to have to do something or a few things to get agile style and strong style in the games, but I guess we'll find out later on. As of everything else, that's all I got for today. I'm super excited to play these games. I'm always down for a new Pokemon game, especially a remake. I'm really hoping they make a Johto remake one day, hopefully next year. Fingers crossed. The reason I say that is because Johto is ultimately my favorite generation. I fell in love with Chikorita, Totodile, and Cyndaquil. Those are my three favorite starters. So having Cyndaquil in this game as a starter that you can pick is super awesome for me because he hasn't really been able to be accessed early game in a lot of the games. I mean, yeah, most fire types are the same, but Cyndaquil was kind of my favorite. I'm excited to see if there is a new Hisuian form of Typhlosion or what that's gonna kind of look like. I assume it probably won't be called Typhlosion and it'll probably have a different name. But we will see how that goes. Other than that, comment your opinions down below, or if there's anything you want to talk about as well. Comment what you guys think about the gym leader order. Do you think it'll be more based on the Diamond Pearl games or more based on the Platinum games? Again, they haven't given much out other than the first two and the last two. It's definitely something that we're going to figure out. I assume they'll tell us before the games launch, but with the games launching in a little over 2 weeks, they don't really have much time to tell us all of this unless they kind of just throw it all out in one video, which I know Pokemon is not always like that. They don't like to give out too much information all at once. But other than that, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you for listening. Please like, subscribe, and comment for more. And I will see you on the next video. Thanks, guys.